Chazak Baruch, Boker Tov, Shavua Tov. Baruch Hashem, yesterday's parasha was really one of those that there's so much to speak about and unfold and unpack. Very quick, in the encounter between Yaakov and Yosef, the first time they see, is a very vague pasuk. The Torah tells us, "Vayisar Yosef et merkavto, vayira likrat Yisrael aviv goshna, vayira elav, vayipol al tzavarav, vayev al tzavarav od." A lot of pronouns. We'll read how our school translates. He appeared before him, fell on his neck, and he wept on his neck excessively. A lot of elav pronouns is actually Machoket Rashi Ramban. Who is it referring to? The Ramban explains the Peshat is Yaakov fell on Yosef's shoulder and cried exceedingly. And he brings an analogy. The Ramban says, we all know who will cry more, the father who was mourning his son for 22 years or the son who's a prince. So the Ramban maintains that it was Yaakov who mourned and cried on his son Yosef's shoulder. But Rashi quotes the Midrash and says something fascinating, that Vayira elav Yosef nira laviv vayef batzarav od leshon harbot b'chiyah, a lot of crying. V'chen chilo al ish, it brings other pesukim, lashon ribuyu. Aval Yaakov lo nafal al tzaver Yosef v'lo neshako. Yaakov didn't fall on Yosef's shoulders, and nor did he cry, quotes the Midrash. And Rashi says, Ve'amu rabotenu, and our Chachamim tell us, she'ya koreh et Shema, when he saw him, that Yaakov was busy reading the Shema in this first encounter. So there's obviously the Midrash that's trying to teach us a lesson. And I think it's something very, very important we have to understand. What is it? How can it be that Yaakov didn't cry when he saw Yosef? He was crying for 22 years. He didn't get up from his mourning for 22 years because he lost his son. And at the first moment, the Midrash telling us he wasn't crying. So obviously you can have the Ramban's approach. But there's a deeper lesson the Midrash trying to teach us, I think. And the Gur Aryeh explains that the Midrash is highlighting something that at the darkest moments at our life, the Torah and the Midrash is highlighting that Yaakov Avinu had the capability to thank Hashem, to be grateful to Hashem, both in the grief and in the gratitude. After 22 years of crying, he sees his son, and the first thing he does at that moment is thank Hashem. Is an idea, it's a lesson to all of us in our day-to-day lives, that we have stumbling blocks, we have difficulties, we have questions, we have concerns, but we have to work on ourselves with the small things. That everything in life is from Hashem. We turn to Hashem for the good, even for the bad, and we always thank Hashem. We always read Shema, or our version of reading Tehillim, our version of gratitude, and that's the food we can emulate the ways of our forefathers and always be close to Hashem and continue the path of Torah mitzvot. Hazak Baruch.